ﷺ now begins to speak about Dajjal. He is a being created by Allah, wujud, who is a person who one day will appear as a Jew, as a young man, powerfully built, with curly hair. But we're not going to talk about his eyes for the moment. When he's released into the world, Allah gives to him a mission. His mission is to impersonate the Messiah. And hence he is known as Al-Masih al-Dajjal. Dajjal, the false Messiah. The Christians call him the Antichrist. If he is to convince the Jews that he is indeed the Messiah, it follows that he would have to attempt to rule the world from Jerusalem, from the state of Israel, with what would appear to be eternal rule. When he does that, and the Jews have been convinced, totally deceived, then Dajjal can rub his hands and he can say, what, Mr. Chairman? Mission accomplished. Don't fall asleep, eh? Mission accomplished. If Dajjal is to impersonate the Messiah and rule the world from a state of Israel and Jerusalem, then it follows logically, through a process of logical deduction, that he'd have to take a number of major steps. Minor steps are also there, but I'm not going to bother about the minor ones. Major steps. Number one, he would have to liberate the Holy Land for the Jews. Then they'll be convinced. You can't do that without waging war on Islam and on Muslims. Number two, he'd have to bring the Jews back to the Holy Land to reclaim it as their own. Then the Jews will be convinced. You can't do that without waging war on Islam and on Muslims. Number three, he would have to restore a state of Israel in the Holy Land and get the Jews to believe that this is the Israel of Nabi Dawood alayhi salam and Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam. Of course it would not be, it would be an impostor. Then they would be convinced. You can't do that without waging war on Islam and Muslims. Are you beginning to understand now the war on Islam? Number four, he would have to cause that state of Israel to become the ruling state in the world, as the Israel of Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam was the ruling state in the world. And it must appear to be eternal rule. He can now appear himself in Jerusalem ruling the world. And he would have successfully impersonated the Messiah. Now that is an extremely difficult task to perform. How is Dajjal going to do that? For one small group of people to rule the whole world? A handful of people to rule the whole? How is he going to do that? Well, central to the strategy must be to bring all of mankind together as one Jamaat. Globalization. It'll be easier now to control them. The Prophet ﷺ revealed to us some of the strategies of Dajjal. And this is an essential part of the lecture. I'm not straying, Brother Chairman. He said that Dajjal will get mankind to worship him instead of Allah. This is called SYIRIK. But how will he attack us with his SYIRIK? Will he put an idol there for us to worship? No, we're not dumb-dumbs. We're not going to worship an idol, will we? Well, what kind of shirk will it be? The Prophet warned. He said that his shirk would be so difficult to recognize. How difficult? As difficult as it would be to recognize a black ant. What is ant in Bahasa? Sumbu. Sumbu. Black sumbu. Sumbu hitam. A black ant. On a black stone. On a dark night. Who can see a black ant on a black stone on a dark night? Not even Prime Minister can do that. Who can do that? The only one who can see that is the one who has Noor. 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 But this Noor is not sold in the stock market. No. This Noor is not sold in the stock market. I hope Dr. Noor is listening. This Noor, Allahu Noor as-samawati wal-ard. Allah is the Noor of the heavens and the earth. Yahdillahu li noorihi man yasha. Allah guides to His Noor whomsoever Allah wishes to guide. It is only the one who has that Noor in his heart. Only he can see the black ant on the black stone on a dark night. So only he can recognize the shirk of Dajjal. Where is that shirk today? Oh yes, it's here. It has embraced all of mankind. Illa masha'Allah. I'm only going to describe one form of the shirk. There are many others, only one. Islam declares that Allah is Al-Malik. What is Al-Malik? Don't tell me king. Don't tell me king. No. Allah is Al-Malik, the sovereign. The one who possesses sovereignty. That is political terminology. The one who possesses sovereignty. Anyone who claims sovereignty other than Allah is committing shirk. Anyone who recognizes that claim has entered into shirk. The modern state, which if you didn't know, let me tell you, was born in Europe, had its diapers changed in Europe. The modern secular state.